I would define the art of being a DJ as it's just an expression of creativity. I fell in love with how a DJ could control a whole room of people. It's just the most incredible feeling. The first time I ever had an attempt at mixing was actually when I took myself to a DJ school. It was after I'd seen DJs play and I obviously knew that was what I wanted to do. So I got into the studio in front of like a class of people, and I'll never forget it because I couldn't lock the mix. I just didn't know how to do it. You know, it was like a 4-channel mixer, all the big effects panel, 4 decks, and that to somebody who's new was so overwhelming that I actually just stood there and cried in front of a room full of men. And I'll never forget it because from that moment I always wanted to lock the mix and know that it's the only way is up now. My first gig ever in a live environment was in the Ministry of Sound in London, and I don't think anybody can prepare you when you've been mixing in a studio for a year for how that sound system is going to sound. I will never ever forget putting the first fader up and locking my first mix, and the speakers literally blew my face off. Like, I was not ready for that, and ever since that moment I've been addicted to that feeling now when you step into a booth. All the fireworks are going off in my head. It was like, this is what it's supposed to feel like when you were a DJ. I knew from that moment that's exactly what I was put on this planet to do. It's just the most incredible feeling, and genuinely it only gets better once you learn how to lock that first mix. That's when the fun starts, and that's when you can start really exploring your creativity.